welcome to episode 6 of HOS Vlogs. This is a super cool episode because it's on a topic that you've all asked for, and that is on how to find the best hashtags. You guys keep asking this all the time. So finally now, we've got a vlog. I'm gonna make it short and sweet and concise so you can hear this vlog and once and for all you learn how to find those hashtags, because guys, it's really pretty straightforward, right? There's really no rocket science to this. You just gotta be super smart and know your tactics and apply them over and over and over again. I'm not gonna spend too much time explaining why hashtags are so important, because I think by now you should all know, but just in case you don't, hashtags are one of the best ways for you to organically grow and amplify and reach your content. And then there's some super smart tactic ways of finding really the right hashtags so you can really piggyback a lot of buzz, like your throwbacks or your TGI Fridays or your Thirsty Thursdays, right? There's a ton of those that you can really piggyback to get a lot of buzz. But you gotta be careful. You always need to think about this. You don't want to put out a really piece of content that does not go in context with that hashtag, because it's just gonna make you look like you're just trying to piggyback that buzz because your content does not resonate anything in context with that hashtag. So be careful there, okay? Okay, so let's just start, right? Okay, Instagram. How to find the best hashtags for Instagram? It's really on Instagram itself, okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to pick a keyword that is related to your business. So I'm going to give the example of social media because that is my business, right? So I am going to open Instagram. I'm going to go on the search section of Instagram. So search section of Instagram looks like this. Okay, got it? And on the search section of Instagram, see this search bar here? I'm gonna write my topic there, okay? So I'm gonna write social media. Here we go. And then when you look, hold on, it takes a while for it to zoom in. When you look at all of the drop-down options, right? Can you see? I need to zoom in slowly. When you look at all the drop-down options, you're going to see all of the top hashtags. Here we go. All of the top hashtags that are related with these keywords. And you're going to see the number that they have right under it, right? So you're going to see that social media has 6 million and so posts, and so on for all the other ones, right? If I scroll, I see social media marketing, social media mom, social media queen. I'm seeing all of these awesome hashtags right below. So what is it that I can do? I can start seeing which ones I think are more relevant to me, the ones that have the bigger number, and I can start curating the hashtags. How do we curate the hashtags? Now, I know you all don't all have iPhones, but in whatever phone you have, I'm sure there's a Notes application. So I use my Notes app on iPhone. I open it and I create a hashtag curation list. I guess that's what you call it. So basically, as you can see here, these are my hashtags curated lists, right? So on the first one, I have the title of Insights and a Report, because when I launched the MENA Consumer Trends Report, I created a dedicated hashtag list around the MENA Trends Report. So you want to be doing the same. You want to be curating your hashtags in lists, and you want to give these lists titles so that you know what are they referenced to. So that's going to help you track once you start applying. So if you are applying, let's say, this list, which is called the Insight/Report hashtag list, you will be able to then track and know that whenever you've used this list, it got you more engagement, it works really well. You are going to have the ability to start tracking what hashtag lists have started performing really well with that piece of content. And so what you want to be doing is you want to be going into your Instagram and you want to start looking at these and you want to start curating them, right? You want to start picking which ones you want, going into this notes app and start writing them. And what you then want to do is you want to click on that first one, for example. So I'm going to click on social media, and what happens is it actually tells me here at the top related hashtags. So you also want to be looking at the related hashtags. Then you're going to see the top most engaged content, and you probably definitely also want to click on some of those and look at those hashtags that are in this pieces of content. And then you'll be able to also see the most recent, right? And then you can also see that at the top you're going to see social media discovery section there. So this is that new feature that Instagram has launched, right? So you want to make sure that on your Insta stories you are using the hashtag sticker, because if you are using the hashtag sticker, you are increases chances that your content is going to be selected to be showcased on that story, that most popular hashtag story. So here I see more related hashtags. So I want to be looking at these and I want to be clicking on them. So let's say I'm going to click social media marketing, and then I'm going to see more content. And this is great for you so that you can also learn what type of visual content is associated with a particular hashtag, right? Awesome. So you want to be doing this exercise for a while until you really start curating those hashtag lists. So your hashtag lists, they want to be as varied as possible to do with the niche of your business, but you want to explore and you want to be creative, and you really want to create 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 hashtag lists that you can plug and play. Got it? Okay, let's see what else is here. So after you start curating your lists, after you start looking at your hashtags, you want to post your content on Instagram, right? So you're gonna go and you're gonna put a post, and your next question is always going to be, where do I put these hashtags on my Instagram posts? So this is my advice on how I think it looks neat here, right? You want to think of how the aesthetic of your caption is going to look. You don't want it look cluttered with hashtags. You want your caption to look nice and neat. So my recommendation is always on your caption to maximum maybe 3 hashtags. I think it looks cool, it's enough, and it kind of gives the vibe of what those hashtags are. Then this is option 1. I particularly like this option because I think it just leaves it very clean. You want to open a separate comment, so you want to click on that comment, and then you want to copy paste that hashtag list. How many hashtags should you put? I think 10 to 15, especially if you're just starting and you really want to leverage organic reach. 10, 15 hashtags on a separate comment should really help. And then as those comments are going to start coming in, that's going to be hidden. Another way that you can do is just do line breaks, and then which leaves a big space, and you put your hashtags there. I personally don't think it's very neat, but hey, it's a personal taste. At the end of the day, you want your caption to look super neat, right? So your search discovery section is going to be your best friend for you to look for all of those hashtags. But because of this new hashtag sticker that Instagram has launched, there's also another way for you to find hashtags. So I am going to do a story. I'm going to do an Insta story. I've taken my picture, right? Okay. And now I am going to use the hashtag sticker. The hashtag sticker is at the bottom on that face sticker. I'm going to click on it, and then you're going to see hashtag. I'm going to click on this hashtag, and I'm going to start writing Dubai. Can you see what started to happen? More hashtag recommendations have started to appear down below, which is so cool. So you can just do this and you can look at more hashtag recommendations for your Insta stories to really increase reach. And actually, whilst we're on this topic, I am going to show you how using the hashtag stickers on your Instagram really help you almost double and triple your views. So today, I'm going to show you from my own Insta stories. I posted this vlog, right? And you can't really hear it because I've turned the volume down, but I used the hashtag of Saturday Fun Day. Was it Saturday Fun Day? No, Sunday Fun Day, because it's Sunday today. And so that was the hashtag that I used, Sunday Fun Day. And I used the geolocation sticker, Dubai Media City. And I want to show you how many views that helped me get. 814 views because I used the geolocation and the hashtag. So don't forget to use your hashtags on your Insta story to really uptake your reach and views on your Insta stories. So that means that your content is going to be a lot more visible to other people near your area or whatever area you strategically want to target, which means if they are interested in you and they like that, they're going to go to your profile, they're going to see your content, and they might not even follow you. Cool? All right, okay. So that's Instagram. I hope that that was super clear. Instagram, search your notes app to start creating your notes, your hashtag lists. This is going to be your best friend. These are going to be your hidden gems, okay? Right, so now, another really good way for you to find out trending hashtags is actually going to Twitter. Remember Twitter? All right, so if you don't have Twitter, open an account, okay? So on your Twitter, again, you want to go to the search section. So see, it's always that magnifying glass. Okay, so on your search section on Twitter, you're going to click and you're going to see Dubai trends. And by the way, you can change your location. So if you are strategically wanting to see what's trending on a different city or country, you can go to Twitter settings and you can change. So for example, if you're traveling to another city to do an event or something and you want to know what's going on, you can go to your Twitter and change. So see, these are the most trending hashtags going on right now on Twitter. And if you scroll down, you can see show me more, and it's actually by order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and obviously you can click and then you can see trending videos, trending pictures, trending tweets, people that are tweeting the most about this. So this is another awesome way for you to find out the most trending hashtags that are out there for you to use on your Twitter and also to cross post on your Instagram. Got it? And yes, that's it. Okay, so what else do I want to tell you about hashtags? Okay, hashtags are awesome to index content. So in addition to use all of these hashtags that are going to help you organically reach your content, you will also want to be thinking about creating your own hashtag, right? So that you can index your content. I'm going to show you an example of what that means. So if I want to show you all of the HOS tips that I have been posting since I started, it's actually really easy because I can tell you guys to go and write HOS tips on your search bar, and you're going to click on it and you're going to see all, if my Wi-Fi works, you are going to see all of my index content under HOS tips. How cool is that? You get access to all of the social media tips that I have shared with you since day one, which is now at around 200 and something. How cool is that? So when you create your own hashtag, the purpose is to really index that content, or maybe it's a campaign that you're doing or a product launch, but it's really going to index that content under that theme of that hashtag. Now, just some key recommendation is when you are creating your own hashtag, make sure you search it, okay? Because you want to see what other content might be there. And you know, you just want to do that because sometimes there could be some rude content or some dodgy type of content that you might not want to associate your hashtag to it. So you might want to think again of what's going to be that hashtag name, or maybe some brand is using it, so it's really polarizing that topic, so you're really going to be kind of like, oh, I can't get in because there's too much noise. So when you're thinking about your hashtag, make sure you're going to go and look for it first and see, is it already being used? And if it is it big, or does it have enough space for me? Make sure your hashtag is not huge. You know, short, small, simple, cool, and not brand heavy, okay? What else do I want to tell you about? Tools. Okay, I only really use 2 tools to really help me furthermore find hashtags, and I wanted to show you on my desktop, but that means I'll have to move my camera. I am gonna try and see. So there's only 2 that I use, and one is called hashtagfi.me. I'm gonna see if I can do this, guys, okay? So just bear with me. Okay, so I use this. It's really cool because you can put in a word, and then, yeah, that's not working very well, so I'm just gonna talk. You basically put in a word on hashtag.me, and it shows you like a whole bubble of all of the other big hashtags around it, so that's really awesome, and it's free. And then the other one that I use is righttag.com. Is it righttag.com? Let me just double check. Yeah, righttag.com. It's really cool. It's more for Twitter, but it's super helpful because I have been using some of those hashtags that site tells me on Instagram too, and it has been working. So righttag.com and hashtagfi.me, but don't worry because these 2 are written on the description of the vlog down below, so you don't miss it. What else do I have to tell you about hashtags? You have to experiment. Make sure that you are experimenting with your different lists, and that's really the best way. There are some key ones that you're gonna start seeing, like your throwbacks, Thirsty Thursday, thank God it's Friday. You know, there's a Monday motivation. There's some of these key standard ones that, you know, they're pretty kind of well known and they trend all the time. So you can try to piggyback those as well. And what else do I have to say? I think I've gone through all of my notes here. I think that's really it on hashtags. I mean, create those lists, keep experimenting, change it, keep changing. Like that's for me what has always been working. And if you already have a huge following, you might not need like 10 and 15 hashtags on a separate comment, so you might want to keep it less. And that's really it. Everything you really need, it's on Instagram really, and on Twitter, and then it's really about you curating those lists and making them work for you. I hope this answered all your questions on hashtags, but if you guys still have more questions, you guys know how to reach me. Just leave comments below or direct message me on Instagram. And I hope you really enjoyed this vlog. If you did, and if this was useful to you, please drop me a comment below or give me a thumbs up, because that means that you're really loving this content and I will keep doing more for you guys.